list and just say to yourself, no, I'm going Marine, tank, medevac, but that is only one style. No reason to do something different. No reason not to incorporate those other units in if you can do it properly. We have FXOSheth in the right position as the blue Zerg, and in the Northlands we have Dignitas Sjow as the red Terran.
Yeah, and I'm actually kind of glad we didn't get cross positions here, just because it could open up some different opportunities. You know, I think that equally we consider what Sjow is capable of, and you know what he did in the last matchup, and that makes those short by or close by air positions really, really deadly for someone who can just drop the hell out of you. You know, I've seen this recently from Sjow. I've been really impressed with Six Jacks Major as well, and his ability to drop. So, you know, certainly a lot of Terrans advancing their game in that sort of a fashion. We do see the Overlord making its way over. He will get vision of this command center, and SCV should spot it here. Yes, there he pops up on the mini-map a few times, and they'll know exactly where one another are.
Well, it looks like Dignitas, completely uninterrupted by anything at all, is building himself a barracks at the front of the base. We do see Sjow now moving out into the center of the map with an SCV. Again, very uncharacteristic of Sjow to make that move. He is heading out, and it looks like, oh, will he be building himself a second barracks? He may very well, knowing that his opponent is nearby.
Yep, that's exactly what he's going to do here on the low ground, and the Overlord has actually gone all the way to the command center. The expansion is down, and with outgoing pool for this can be really, really scary, but the expansion is down. The other Overlord that went out from Sheth went to the north side of his opponent's base. He tries to get behind the mineral line, and then he can hide back there and see what's going on. So he's actually not going to have, well, unless he somehow magically scouts this, Sheth is going to go down. He checks just above those rocks at his natural, but I don't know that he is going to check this low ground for this barracks.
Uh-oh, he does see the SCV moving right in. Will it immediately build a bunker? It's definitely building that outside of sight range. And it looks like Sheth is kind of prepared. He's sending one drone right away, but he doesn't know about both of these bunkers. Sheth might send too few units, and we are seeing that Sheth has not yet finished that pool, so there are the drones now trying to defend.
And second SCV does come into play. There's the Marine that he needs. 3 drones now, 5 drones out here, so it's going to have to be played very, very carefully. The drones start to beat now on this bunker. We're going to see the one Marine try to go to town, but meanwhile, that means a repair on the SCV while it's building the bunker, and there will not be enough time for that one drone to take out that SCV, so the bunker will finish. The question is what about the Marines? There's another Marine coming in here, and even one getting, oh my gosh, here come the Lings!
No! And they let that Marine in. Oh gosh, Sheth had the perfect positioning there, but he does have a lot of drones. He does have a lot of Zerglings. He accidentally loaded that one SCV, and it will get taken out, and this 2 racks opening gets amply defended by Sheth.
Very, very nice. I'm very impressed with that. You know, chased away his drones, made the sacrifice, but it was well worth it, and he's going to be in a pretty decent position after that. Not really having lost much. He defended that aggression, but the Marines are going to move forward as these Lings do decide to try to poke here, and they haven't really noticed, and he's continuing to produce Marines out of this low ground barracks. He's not moved it up quite yet, so he may, you know, and well, the spine crawler's down, there's a queen out, but only a few Zerglings on the field. I think he's going to continue this assault.
I mean, any amount of Marines early on can put a ton of pressure on Zerg. There's the attack on the spine crawler. It looks like Sheth does not want to make any more Zerglings. He's trying to save up. He's trying to let the spine crawler finish, trying to take at least some hits on other units. And if he can let the spine crawler finish, he'll be in good shape, but he doesn't want to lose a queen, and there are 4 roaches getting produced now. There the spine crawler finishes. So Sheth has managed to keep himself alive without having to make too many more Zerglings.
And you know what? Sjow actually has left his Marines out here continuing to rally, and once these roaches hit, he shouldn't have any problem, especially with the assistance from that spine crawler. And I'm very surprised that Sjow is actually continuing with this attack here. He has added a few more barracks that are coming in, and we've got the command center down and moving out, but he wants to keep at this.
You know, this roach opening is something that Sheth wanted to do. He actually wanted to get these roaches early before he got queens, and it looks like, oh, Zjow is going to be completely unprepared. He will be doing the full retreat. Coming back to that, Sheth's favorite response against an early 2 racks is to get the roach warren before getting queens. You can put a huge amount of pressure back on Terran, and considering that we see Zjow only has bunkers and marines, this could actually be a devastating early counter push. That bunker's going to have to finish, and it's going to finish barely in time.
It is. He's going to load it up almost immediately. They go after that SCB. Is Sheth going to continue to fight? He does. The Marines go ahead and pop out when he thinks he has the upper hand. We got more Marines coming in from the back from that low ground racks. And these Marines do look like they should be able to take out the remainder of these roaches, at least force them to back off, and I'm surprised he continues to rally those Marines out to the front, even from the low ground. He's going to go ahead and chase them all the way. There are a few more roaches that did pop since then, and the spine crawler re-burrowing in a better position now. More roaches on the way.
Roaches are just so ridiculously good against Marines in small numbers. Sheth's going to continue to put a little counter pressure of his own. Now we see that he is even getting an evolution chamber to get some early upgrades before he ends up getting his lair. And one of my favorite aspects about early roaches on this map is that you can kill off those backdoor rocks and take yourself a quick third base. Hard to be able to secure that on this map. And we see Sheth finally spotting that mysterious hidden barracks, which Zjow will fix with an easy lift.
Yep, he cancels that Marine, lifts it out, is taking out these back rocks right now, still has these bunkers at the front, and did throw down 2 tech labs here, which means he'll instantly go for stim and concussive shells. He's going to throw down another tech lab barracks and getting, wow 4 racks with tech labs.
This is extremely, extremely unusual. We do see that Sheth is completely stopping that roach production, is getting the plus upgrade for his Zerglings, continuing to add on larva, teching up towards a lair, but relying not on roaches for defense. But it looks like Zjow is just going to continue with this aggression. This is insane aggression for Terran this early on in the game.
Well, now with concussive shells and those marauders out, he could be able to do a little bit. Before he hits that creep, he does decide to back off just a little bit. Let's see if he's possibly going to go for a scan here and then take out those tumors so we can do kind of a double dose of damage here. There are a few lings running out, continue to check around the map, but we have a few more marauders coming into the mix as well. So more rings going over. It looks like all these roaches are going to be back here, and this could be a good opportunity for Zjow to go back in. He's going to see these marauders come out, and that's actually going to be a good discovery here for Sheth, as he already takes out one of those marauders trying to rally to his opponent.
And there's a command center going down for Zjow, a very fast third base, much faster than Zerg's third, which is an extremely uncommon occurrence in this matchup. We see Zjow continuing to rally to center. If he ends up getting caught a little bit off guard, he could lose all of those units and be back to ground 1.
And he did snipe off a fresh creep tumor coming out there, staying on the edge of the creep. Sheth doing his job and getting those creep tumors out there. Unfortunately, the Terran just on the edge, and there's the scan. He's going to be able to take out 1, 2, and that creep will begin to dissipate. He has a lot of marauders here. Assume he's just going to go ahead and immediately take out. Well, a lot of these roaches are just going to fall oh so quick. This could be a really good timing attack, but the roaches coming from the bottom. Zjow kind of having a false sense of security there. Is he going to take out the... No, he doesn't take out the spine crawler. And looks to be in pretty good shape there. Has a lot of very low health units, and we do see the spire nearing completion right now. Do we still just have the racks coming out? There we finally have the factory going down. Is it going to be too late?
I mean, poor Zjow actually did most of this damage to himself. He stemmed twice, especially all these Marines in deep red. Very nice timing there by Sheth, drawing those units forward, encouraging a second stem, encouraging, like you said, that false sense of security. And as we can see, Sheth is a little bit ahead in the Foon count, but most importantly, he has a good amount of momentum on his side, because he is almost certainly going to be able to pick off these units in the south.
Yeah, and you know what? The roaches were heading up to take out the backdoor rocks, the same thing that Zjow is doing right now, and it looked like those lings are immediately going to make a retreat backwards. Now, his entire army will move into position over here. He's going to stim forward 1 Marine, very, very smart. We do have some Zerglings coming out, chased by the roaches as well. They do have roach speed. He's going to take out the Zerglings, no problem, but he's going to have to be...
Zerglings from the backside. Sheth with his usual great positioning. just ripping apart that force, and now Sjow is going to have to add so many barracks to be able to replenish an army of that size again, but there are Mutalisks popping out. There is so much for Sjow to be worried about.
Yeah, I mean, we see a large amount of barracks from Sjow going down, but with the Mutas now on the way, +2 melee for these Lings, he's going to start working on his opponent's back rocks, so you see a supply depot being put down there, and, you know, this might be one of those situations where Sjow might be a little bit angry at himself for not going planetary in the back here, but this can be a crucial expansion, and you know, it's kind of a risk to not go that way, but we're going to see the Zerg take it down. They'll be able to kill that supply depot as well, and there's really just a bunch of Marauders here to try to deal with this.
So now that he's broken those back rocks, Sjow is going to be in an awkward spot for the entire game. He's going to constantly have to be bouncing back there to defend, but oh, overcommitting with the Roaches. The Marauders rip these Roaches apart. Very, very nice timing there by Sjow, having that many units there at just the right time. Barely did not